Hello family, welcome to another edition of WDWA's Frontline, bringing you all the excitement of World Domination Wrestling Alliance. And tonight I start this episode with very exciting news because we are only 4 weeks away from Berkeley Mania. Let's take a look. Berkeley Mania is where legacies are built.
Give me your best, I will show you that I am better.
Where challenges are not feared.
Valerie Berman has beaten every woman in the WDWA locker room.
Where friendships are put to the test.
Berkeley Mania, me, you bring the Hawaiian warrior, and I'm gonna bring everything I got.
Where family sticks together.
Here we come, Berkeley Mania.
Where revenge is too sweet.
We are going to put the two of you in the trash where you belong.
Where the strongest stands tall.
Our stipulation for Berkeley Mania is a last man standing. I'll see you in hell, Zakar.
So there we have it, Berkeley Mania 7 is just around the corner. It will be taking place on Saturday, August 31st, in just a few weeks. We'll be taking a look at some of the matches that have already been announced later on this episode. Also tonight in our main event, it's old school versus new school, as the Hawaiian warrior Kekoa has answered the call from the Kingpin Demarcus Kane. These two men will be joining forces and challenging Sexy and Blessed for the WDWA Tag Team Championship. But first, in our opening contest, the always electrifying Matt Jaeger is in action as he takes on Party McFly on a match that could go either way, as Party McFly seeks to find some success on the singles division. So let's go directly to the action and our commentating team of Donnie Diablo, Jason Hitt, and Eric C. Jones.
Party McFly has nothing to prove in terms of his acumen simply because he's a showman.
You know, I gave this kid a chance in his very first match, and he took advantage of me. And I think he's just taking advantage of everyone in that locker room. He's got no respect for anyone back there. No respect for the business. I'm sick of him.
Donnie Diablo, you want to weigh in on Party McFly, yay or nay?
McFly is, I agree with Eric.
Oh my
this
God.
guy, look at this.
Oh, that was terrifying.
Yeah, who's going to clean that up, buddy? All of that.
All I can say is I'm so thankful it's not glitter.
All of that. And Jaeger stood there. I don't know why Jaeger didn't take advantage of it. He could have already had the fight going by now.
Matthew Jaeger died cliff diving. He was pronounced legally dead and was brought back to life by an AED machine. He is living on borrowed time and has promised to make every moment count. That is why Matthew Jaeger fears nothing but clowns, apparently. He doesn't fear death, but he told me he does deeply fear clowns. Make of that what you will.
He must be terrified in the ring right now.
Harsh
I would
words
agree.
from Eric C. Jones.
A lot of color there.
Collar and elbow tie up now. And you are looking at the future of WDWA right here in this ring.
And a clean break.
I don't want to gloss over this. Just to be clear, Matt Jaeger died. This is literally a second chance at life, and he has committed himself to professional wrestling, saying that he could never live with himself if he didn't pursue his dream with this opportunity that was afforded him.
I hope part of that dream is crushing Party McFly tonight. The hunter takes the fly out.
Party McFly, the home favorite here in WDWA.
That's putting it.
Well, you and Eric C. Jones may not appreciate what Party McFly brings to the table, and that's totally valid, but you cannot argue that he has been quite endorsed by the crowd here in West Virginia.
Party McFly should be nothing but potential, and he wastes it goofing around like an idiot in that ring.
Exactly. And there you go. Now Matt's starting to wake up.
These are two men who are very fast-paced. We're going to see who is going to try and ground the other one down. Very evenly matched in so many ways. Do you think the hometown love is going to work in the favor of Party McFly?
I don't think so. Look at Jagger. Now he's putting on a show. You've talked about it. The man was dead. This is his dream. His dream is to come out here and make something of himself. Here's stop one. Make the most out of every opportunity, right? Isn't that what you said?
The calculated risk. Matthew Jaeger matching hold for hold with Party McFly. These two men probably tail the tape so similar, give the slight speed advantage to Matthew Jaeger, the slight power advantage to Party McFly, but really, we're picking nits at that point.
I don't know. I think that could really go either way. I would see, McFly maybe being the quicker, the higher the flyers, but I definitely see a lot of power in Jagger.
Eric, we know your thoughts on Party McFly, but what about Matthew Jaeger? What are you seeing here from this young man?
Again, I said earlier, Party could be nothing but potential. I think Matthew Jaeger is nothing but potential. He's hungry, he wants it, and he's willing to hurt somebody to get there, which I personally love.
Right now, Party McFly taking control, and for two men who are known for their high-flying expertise, this has been a real technical hold-for-hold style matchup. Is this what you were expecting, Don?
Not at all what I was expecting. I was expecting lots of flips, some kicks, a lot of high-flying, a lot of moving around. Not this ground game, the technical, the chain wrestling that we've seen, I was definitely not expecting.
Showing a more complex side to both of these men, almost like they both came in expecting the other to go high and are sort of accidentally playing the same game.
Absolutely. And showing us they can play different games as well.
Matthew Jaeger now in control, but leverage takes Jaeger for two, cannot let up for a moment.
Jaeger's, now he's loosened it up a little. And that might have loosened up some teeth.
Yeah, shoulder tackle there to Party McFly. Both these men have had the advantage, but neither has really done a lot of damage yet.
McFly.
Again, you got a great wrestling match going, and then Party's got to scream like an idiot and ruins the whole thing.
Well, Party McFly could stand out in any time period. That is why he's the futuristic throwback. He'd be just as effective in the 80s or the 90s as he is here in the 2020s.
Absolutely. I mean, he's still dressed like he came out of the 80s, maybe early 90s. You got shades of the Warrior and all the neon. It kind of makes me sick.
Monkey flip, showing some of that throwback offense, simple and effective. And now Party McFly trying to come in 88 miles per hour at 1.21 gigawatts, but Matthew Jaeger says, hell no.
And there's the power of Jagger.
Jaeger with only two. Eric.
That's what happens. You horse around too much, you go to that well too often, you're going to get caught.
And he told him what he was going to do. He said round two's coming up. Jaeger was able to counter.
Look at Jaeger continuing to ground Party McFly in the center, not allowing Party to get that speed, not allowing to get that momentum going.
And it's really taken the crowd out of it. As hot as they were for Party McFly, now where are they?
That's true. Jaeger has managed to basically make inert that hometown advantage. The energy of the crowd. Jaeger maintaining control, but instead a reversal of fortunes almost for Party McFly.
Two.
Instead of going for the third, Jaeger goes for the cover, gets two.
And we talked about it. You talked about how much potential. Everybody's talked about how much potential Jagger has. You think he studied tape? He knew what he was getting?
Jaeger barely missing that moonsault. One thing that Jaeger has done so effectively in this match is continue to keep Party McFly centered. You see constantly he's repositioning Party into the center of the ring. Party very, very smartly now rolling to the side, grabbing those ropes, almost calling for defense here.
Well, Party's trying to get the crowd back into it. Jaeger's still a little stunned.
Party McFly looking to turn things up. Amazing balance there by Matthew Jaeger, but Party McFly has an answer to it. Blue Thunder Bomb only gets 2. But this is the thing.
Again,
screaming, pounding the mat. Just stay on him. Take advantage of this.
But this is the thing about Party McFly. At his best, he is faster than a DeLorean, more powerful than a flux capacitor, able to hit harder than lightning. You got to look up at that top rope, because it's not a shindig, it's not a soiree. This is party time, and he is about to show Matthew Jaeger that.
you are sick. You are a sick, sick man.
I'm just saying he's super.
You are super special. Eric C. Jones would have already had this one.
Eric C. Jones decided he didn't want to work hard tonight.
Because why? What for what? These idiots out here in these seats that are cheering for you?
Look at the, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you dance some more? That's real cool.
Yeah, who's got the belt, Party?
Party McFly giving an invitation for a very specific kind of party to Eric C. Jones. We call that a sausage party in the business.
Uncalled for.
Completely uncalled for.
Spiky.
Completely uncalled for.
Matthew Jaeger right in his head, and looks like Eric C. Jones is accepting the invitation.
There you go. Be careful what you ask for. You just might get it, Party.
Party just got a face full of steel post.
He might have just killed Party. Yeah, he's not getting up.
Not going to say the physicality is called for, but certainly
Wait, they're
Party
already,
McFly.
they got people on the move. Here comes Bernie. I think he killed Party.
Party McFly.
Party over.
He invited this animosity for sure.
He did.
Berkeleymania 7 is only 4 episodes away. Right now, let's take a look at some of the matches that have already been announced for this event. World Domination Wrestling Alliance presents Berkeleymania 7 from the Berkeley County Youth Fairgrounds in Martinsburg, West Virginia. And as we saw right here on Frontline last week, Valerie Berman has challenged the Great Sasaki for a one-on-one match at Berkeleymania 7. Who will come on top? Join us to find out. Last month, the Steel City Sex Pistol Shane Mellis issued a challenge demanding for the best competition, and is the greatest South American wrestler Rayo who answered the call. These two will be meeting on Saturday, August 31st as WDWA presents Berkeleymania 7. Main eventing this huge event will be the winner of the 2024 WDWA Rumble, Clay Jacobs, who challenges the Exile Soccer Shaw for the World Domination Wrestling Alliance Heavyweight Championship, and this match will be a last man standing match. Also, the rivalry between Sweet Elite and the Misuse goes to another level as these two tag teams will be facing each other on a Weapons on a Pole tornado tag match. And the father figures, now joined again by Kid, will be facing Money and Power and JTR on a match so big that a special guest referee had to be called, and that will be former WDWA owner, the Latin Tornado. As it has become a tradition, we celebrate the legacy of those who have paved the way in World Domination Wrestling Alliance, and on Saturday, August 31st, we'll be inducting the guiding light, Doug Rafferty, to the WDWA Hall of Fame. Tonight in our main event, Sexy and Blessed is set to take on the Hawaiian Warrior Kekoa and Demarcus Kane, but on Saturday, August 31st, they'll be joining forces with Austin Kingsley V, and they will face together the team of Jordan Evans and the Headbangers. For more information about Berkeley Mania 7 or to reserve your seats, visit us on social media or call the number on screen. And right now, let's quickly move on to our main event, because Demarcus Kane is teaming up with the Hawaiian Warrior Kekoa to challenge Sexy and Blessed for the WDWA Tag Team Championship. This match is about to get started.
This is a situation where we're really seeing the difference between a well-oiled tag team versus two ultimate contenders in the singles division. This is a super team between Demarcus Kane and Kekoa Mana, but they are going up against the tag team champions, the standard bearers of tag team wrestling in WDWA. To whom do you give the advantage?
Absolutely, Sexy and Blessed. They've got Fuerte out there with them too. They are a well-oiled machine. And see, are they saying we love Sexy? Are they cheering for Sexy and Blessed now? Did they finally come to their senses?
Y-Keys says he is the keys to victory. Why? Because he's Y-Keys. And if you have to ask, yes, that's an example of what we like to call circular logic.
It is. But he's not wrong with it. And starting off against Kekoa.
Going up against two heavyweight champions, as you mentioned before, Dashing Donnie. It's got to be at least a little bit intimidating to see both these men across the ring from you. I mean, just going up against Kekoa or Demarcus Kane is quite a feat.
Absolutely. Especially for, the tag champs, the newer tag champs. They know these guys have been at the top of the company here and elsewhere.
Supremacy has held these titles for several months now. Kekoa with the veteran instincts, and that is another thing to keep in mind, that between Kekoa and Demarcus Kane, we're looking at somewhere between, I think, 30 and 40 years of combined experience in pro wrestling. Y-Keys and Chulo Montana both in their first 3 years, so there is a major experience differential here in this match.
You're right, absolutely. And then you got to look at the power game. Both guys. Oof.
High impact offense here by Kekoa, who says
Lord,
the job is never finished, but certainly he'd go a long way towards finishing it if he could become tag team champion.
they call him the Flying Hawaiian for a reason.
And here is the heartthrob himbo, Papi Chulo, the self-described sex machine.
I think it's self-described. I'd say there's a few ladies out here in Martinsburg that can absolutely describe it if you want them to.
Well, absolutely, certainly there are people who are lonely in every city and every state. Doesn't mean it's good judgment.
Wait. See, what's going on with Kane and Kekoa? Does Kane want in? Does Kane not want in?
Demarcus Kane 100% wants to get his hands on Supremacy. Supremacy have cost Demarcus Kane the heavyweight championship multiple times, Donnie.
Chulo may be dead.
Demarcus recently lost a title match against Supremacy leader Zakar Shaw! And he has taken it out on Chulo Montana.
He has a lot of anger to take out against Chulo, and now
Chulo may need some tender love and care, but it's not going to be for sexy time. It's going to be for traction.
Steven, maybe you need to get in there for a minute.
Well, Steven Fuerte recovering from a devastating back injury, a broken back, only recently making his return to wrestling. Good Lord, Demarcus Kane.
Demarcus Kane is making an example. That's the smart thing to do. Get out of there. Save yourself for tonight.
Demarcus Kane declared war on Supremacy, asked for some backup, and specifically called upon Kekoa. This is, to my knowledge, the first time that these men are teaming, but so far, they are working very well together.
Perfect combination, speed and power. And that's with both of these guys.
Throwing Chulo Montana like a sack of potatoes.
I feel bad for the guy. I wouldn't be out there, but I feel bad that he's forced to be in there with Demarcus Kane right now.
Well, Demarcus Kane is
That did nothing.
perpetual top contender for any title in this
That
organization.
did nothing. He's got the hair, ref.
Watching Chulo Montana try and hit Demarcus Kane is like watching a child try to climb Everest.
Yeah, it's like watching a June bug bounce off a windshield.
And now the Hawaiian Warrior is legal. This is our first time really seeing these two work in unison. Jackknife cover. We almost had new tag team champions, Donnie.
You are completely correct.
Tag
Those
now.
high-impact moves. Now look, the frequent tags back and forth. Now who's the well-oiled tag team?
The secret about Demarcus Kane, if that secret's not already out, is that he is as smart as he is strong. And you don't need to be a genius to see just how strong Demarcus Kane is. He is a beast in both strength and strategy.
He's got that ruthless side to him. He's got the cunning side to him. And he's deceptively fast. You don't think a man that big and that strong should be that fast.
His drop kick is like a missile hitting a man. And now it feels like, well, this feels a little bit like therapy for Demarcus Kane, doesn't it?
It is. He is taken out. This is like one of those rage rooms where you just go and destroy everything.
Except Demarcus Kane is getting paid to rage instead of paying to do it.
Exactly.
This is what we call paying your dues for supremacy. And now you ask for Fuerte to get involved, and he did.
There you go.
And the Supreme Intelligence hitting Demarcus Kane with that belt. And as much as I don't appreciate the tactics, to be honest, I think that's all Supremacy could have done in this moment.
No, and they worked on the leg, just 2 weeks ago.
Cover, and even with hitting Demarcus Kane in the leg with that belt, still only a 1 count.
Quick tag finally gets White Keys in there. Still work those legs.
There is a target on that left leg of Demarcus Kane. Demarcus Kane is built different, but he's still human, and that means however strong his muscles are, those ligaments and tendons will tear.
They took him out for a couple shows, a couple months, by targeting the leg. They attacked him outside of WDWA, outside the ring, and they put him on the shelf.
Chulo Montana wasting no time wrapping Kane's leg in those ropes, using the architecture of the ring to his advantage.
And again, Supremacy, we've talked about it. They do whatever it takes to win.
1 count as well, and this is that pack mentality that has served Supremacy so well. It's why Demarcus Kane, usually a known loner, or at least only backed up by his friends in Black Wall Street, actually reached out for help. We can't undersell what a huge decision that was for Demarcus Kane to ask for help.
Exactly. You're completely right. Now this single leg crab, this may be it. You can see the pain on Kane. It's not often you see pain on Kane.
Can you imagine Demarcus Kane submitting? Keys would be intolerable. I mean, he's already talks a lot.
How amazing would that be for young Keys? The key to success, to actually make Demarcus Kane the kingpin tap out in the center of the ring.
And how devastating would it be for Kekoa to return to WDWA, coming all the way from Hawaii just to experience defeat and not even be involved in the fall?
You're right. That's got to hurt. That's got to sting, and it makes for a very long flight back to the islands.
Kekoa, the previous WDWA champion, lost the belt to Zakar Shaw. That was like a shotgun going off.
It sounded like he shot him.
Capillaries exploding like fireworks inside the chest of Chulo Montana, and all the respect in the world for this young man for continuing to bring the offense while clearly in a lot of pain.
Absolutely, but now is he going for a figure 4? He's got it locked.
You would say in the past that there is no quit in Demarcus Kane.
Look at the pain.
But
he's screaming.
We're really putting that theory to the test here, Donnie.
Demarcus Kane may actually tap. You might have called it. Shoulders.
This might be the upset of the century, and it shouldn't be an upset. They're the tag team champions, but let's be honest, going up against Kekoa, going up against the Kingpin, that is a huge win possibly for Supremacy.
Absolutely. And how would that elevate Supremacy and Sexy and Blessed. Taking out 2 former champions, that puts you in a fast lane right there.
Well, Chulo may be sexy, and even that's debatable, but certainly under these circumstances, you wouldn't call him blessed. Look at the punishment he's taken, but can he turn it around? And great work by Chulo Montana, specifically holding the ankle of that busted leg, turning a pinfall into a painful stretch.
Exactly, and they know what the target is. They made that target.
Chulo Montana now with 2, and a veteran instinct of Montana, who actually put his whole body in between Kane and Kekoa. But the power of Demarcus Kane.
We talked about the power, the speed. The speed may be obviously affected now as they targeted that leg, and look at that, he caught him sleeping.
Tremendous extension on the leg by the rangy Y Keys, who calling plays trying to get into this match legally.
And now back to the leg again.
Chulo Montana and Y Keys have done a great job of isolating the much larger.
Uh-oh.
Whoa, things are about to maybe turn
There's
around.
no way he's going to be able to do that on one leg.
And yet, evidence points to the contrary, Dashing Donnie.
Oh, you don't win them all.
Kekoa is back. He's got a fire. No one has the heart of the Hawaiian Warrior. Sometimes it's proved to be his undoing. In that match against Sakar Shaw, it was his compassion that cost him.
Exactly. But you want to say you're evolved. You've evolved into a new warrior.
We're going to see exactly what that new warrior is, because the other side of that coin, the compassion, is the heart of a warrior who will never give up. As he says, the job is never finished.
Well, a few points I would have to disagree with on there. Oh.
Calling for it right now, but Papi Chulo drawing fire and
there we go.
Waikiki sneaking in.
There may have been a tag there.
Beautiful catch and release with authority by Kekoa, who wasn't able to fully get the cover it looked like Kekoa was looking for.
No, he looks a little frustrated at that. I don't think he landed where he wanted to.
Tagging in Demarcus Kane, and Demarcus Kane, his knee is still not at 100%, but I see this is to set up for some double team stratagem.
Not when you go.
And
Mike Keys, beautiful.
Friendly fire accidentally.
That may be it. That spinning heel kick from Y Keys.
Sexy and Blessed may be about to do the seemingly unthinkable and destroy Demarcus Kane.
Oh, Lord.
Is this going to be a sample of regicide? They almost took down the Kingpin.
Almost. Kekoa still out here. And what a show from Sexy and Blessed.
They are proving exactly why, whether you like them or hate them, you have to respect them. They can get down and dirty. And don't forget the Sigma male Steven Fuerte on the outside, providing guidance, providing hype. That man is a very, very smart strategist.
Absolutely. You could say he started this turnaround, and that stopped it.
Chulo Montana is on Dream Street. He may be out for the count.
I think he's out.
He's out cold.
It's not going to get better for him.
Papi Chulo's taking a nap.
Wow.
And that might be turning into sleeping 6 feet under. And at the last moment, Y Keys makes the save.
Absolute last moment. That's all you could do.
A fraction of a second later, and we would have seen new tag team champions, and it's starting to feel like that might be the inevitable conclusion of this contest.
Kane still laboring on that knee, but now Chulo's rolled up.
Kekoa with 2.
Oh, what a kick.
Huge super kick right to the head.
Like he's in Kane right here in front of us.
Yeah, this is a stressful situation. Going to try and focus on the ring, but that trash can may have been about to be introduced.
Oh, wait. Chulo's hurt.
Chulo.
He's gripping that knee. That knee just went out on him.
Is Chulo Montana injured?
No, yeah, that knee went right out on him.
That does not good. And Kekoa.
That's not good at all. But Kekoa.
Considering whether or not to take advantage.
Here's what you were saying. You talked about the compassion in the Warrior.
Wait a second, Kekoa! It was a feint. It was a falsehood.
And again, you talked about compassion. Warriors don't have compassion. Kamehameha marched the Oahuans to the cliffs of the Pali and threw them off. That was the true king of Hawaii and a true Hawaiian warrior, and he had zero compassion for anybody in his way.
A moment's hesitation cost Kekoa and Demarcus Kane supremacy, reigning supreme as the tag team champions. And Demarcus Kane specifically recruited Kekoa for this task. Not only is the job not finished, the job kind of was well, I don't want to say it, but let's certainly say the job did not get done.
Not at all. Kane is mad.
Wait a second. The Kingpin has a microphone. He is not a man of many words, but when he has something to say, it matters.
I was expecting a warrior. I was expecting Kekoa, the warrior Hawaiian, to come through and help me kick these young guys' ass. That's what I was expecting.
He tries.
Fact is, Kekoa, I know you for a long time. 10 plus years. We done went up and down the road. But I'm looking you in your eye right now and telling you, you're slipping. You're soft, man. Soft. This home that I built, I can't keep allowing these young guys to do what they want to do. I need a warrior. That's what I need. And as far as I'm concerned, you're not that. So here's what I'm proposing, Kekoa. Berkeley Mania.
Oh yeah!
Me, you bring the Hawaiian warrior, and I'm gonna bring everything I got. And we're gonna see if any of this warrior mentality is still in there.
Shake his hand, idiot! Wow.
I need a warrior, and with those words, the Kingpin Demarcus Kane has just challenged the Hawaiian warrior Kekoa to a match at Berkeley Mania 7 that will be taking place on Saturday, August 31st. Huge main event caliber match right there. And with that, this episode comes to an end. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to WDWA Frontline. Have a great night.